Turtle. I don't think I said that earlier, but I live in Turtle and I work in Gilmore. And just last week, one of the residents and myself, we got out and we cleaned a ditch. And it took us 4.5 hours to clean this ditch out, with paper and debris that was in it. And I didn't do it for my glory. I did it because it's unclean where we live. And it's unhealthy to be in a place like that. So what I want to bring to the table is we need better. And in order to get better, to be on the quorum court means that I'm going to have to vote, and I don't mind. I'm ready to do it for better. Better for not just one section of people, one race of people, but for all people, which means equality, justice, and humanity for all, for everybody in Crittenden County. Everyone. Thank you.
Same question?
Yes.
I have been around here since 1975. And, there's probably no one that has addressed racial disparities and inequities in this area and in the world that I have. It's been a passion of mine. I always call myself a certified raceologist. I know sometimes I piss people off because when you tell the blatant truth, it makes a lot of people uncomfortable, particularly those who profit from maintaining a system that is race-based or class-based. Crittenden County, as I just pointed out earlier, is in a prime position to be one of the most powerful and one of the most economically developed areas in the world. And everything is here, except there has to be you have to displace and dislodge the present political and economic structure, which I call as a plantocracy. And it's machine politics. It's a holdover from the 19th and early 20th centuries. Most of the black people in Crittenden County came off these plantations in the 1960s and 70s. They have been purposely marginalized and to some extent have been culturally and economically challenged. We have an effective brain drain in Crittenden County where the best children here, and I found as I've gotten out to talk, most of your working class and middle class blacks and whites, when their children go to college and go on to get their master's degrees and some of these other degrees, they leave and they go to Houston. Some may even go to Jonesboro. But they go other places where they have economic opportunities that they don't have here. Here, you have a good old boy system, and I don't have a problem with that. It's a key-thing machine. Fidelity Bank, the Carlson brothers, Dixie Carlson is on the election commission. That's part of the problem that we're having because it's to their advantage to maintain absolute control over people's life outcomes and control who's elected so they can keep the money flowing in the direction that they want it flowing in. Now, is there anyone who does not know that? I find it amazing that there's somebody that doesn't realize how this thing works. Okay? And so you're going to have to displace that. The only way to displace that, you have got to find some reasonable people to run for office who are not in someone else's pocket. That's difficult because even if you are in their pocket, they can make a call and make problems for you on your job. They used to, and they may still do this for some people. They can always dispatch their military, which is the local law enforcement, to harass you. Yes, ma'am, that's what they do. And we all, some of us know that very well. I'm not, for instance, we had a young lady that won a school board election. And because they're definitely afraid because the West Memphis school system is the largest school system in Northeast Arkansas. I know you're thinking Jonesboro. Jonesboro's got 4 school districts. All right. But they've got a $45 million budget. This is a cash cow for a lot of people. When you put that money, the $35 million year budget that West Memphis has, $18 million budget the county has, not to mention the other school systems, and with that money and the other money they influence, you're talking about the influence over $1 billion. They're not going to give that up. So yeah, they got to control who gets elected. Of course, they're going to castigate anybody that challenges their system. Absolutely, this is war. I understand it. I'm not mad about it. I'm willing to fight it. We need some people who are willing to stand and who, if your life's out of order. Now, going back to the lady, they got elected in school, but Angela Eason, When she got elected to the school board, they immediately dispatched Lindsay Fairley. Lindsay Fairley found a judge, yes, and they went back 20 years, and you know what they did? They had her sealed records unsealed, went back and went back to deal with the felony that she had back in 1992, and claimed that there was a fine that she didn't pay. They had and then they put off that position.
That's right.
They did that, absolutely. And of course, you know, we don't have many lawyers around here worth nothing. I don't know. This lady here seems like a really good person. You really do, I have to say that. But most of the people around here are not. Most of these people are part of a syndicate. I pointed it out several times on Facebook. And I know it bothers people. Lawyers, judges, prosecutors, mayors, farmers, bankers, school teachers, black preachers and other black politicians. All these people in bed with each other. Did I leave out anybody? Drug dealers. Put them in there too. There's a whole lot of people working together to keep this thing. And you know how we know it so well? Because the moment we came out to challenge this, all of them colluded to fight us. And that newspaper down there is like a machine gun. A machine gun is the Evening Crimes. I call it Fred Flintstone paper. Alex Coulter, by the way, who's also on the board of the college. He's chairman of the board of the college. He's also on the board of the hospital.
Right.
So you got this same mess going on. If you don't dislodge it, and if the people in this community don't care about that community enough to get out and vote, enough to build political action committees that can recruit, train, and finance good people for those offices, then we deserve what we get. Now, I don't have to do this. Running for office is a circus, to be honest with you. And you get a chance to meet a lot of good people, but it's a pain in the butt. Nobody wants to stand out there and say, will you please vote for me? No, I can't stand you. And a man told me the other day, he said, I heard about you. I said, what, did you hear I was a rapist, a murderer, a killer? What? He said, well, I don't want to go into it. I said, well, what did I do? I don't want to go. I said, but you know, no one likes to hear that. And there was a lot of good people I got a chance to talk to. There's a white community, a predominantly white community, Highland Park. These people are treated harshly. Yeah. The former county judge told my opponent, Tyrone McWright, when he got elected, he said, don't worry about those people, they're trash anyway. Okay, and this is a predominantly white community, but they're low end. This is a lower income community, right. And they got water standing out there that's just filthy and nasty. Yeah. And you know, I have myself asked the county judge and the court to go out and clean out the ditches. I mean, they're not paying attention to those people. But we in a world, if you don't make yourself politically relevant, somebody will blow up a levee and drown you. Oh, I'm sorry, was I talking about the Lower Ninth Ward in New Orleans? But it's your fault. You have to be relevant. You have to make noise and let people understand that if you aggress on me, I'm gonna make you pay for it. Now, tell you what, don't do it and see what happens to you. Okay, thank you so much.